Wait, before you click away, if you're a UK pensioner, what I'm about to tell you could mean hundreds of pounds landing in your bank account this December. Three separate payments are going out right now, and thousands of pensioners are missing out simply because they don't know what they're entitled to. The Department for Work and Pensions has confirmed multiple important payments for this month, and I'm going to break down every single one of them. Stay with me, because I'm going to show you exactly what's coming, when it's arriving, and most importantly, how to make sure you get every penny you deserve. This isn't clickbait, these are real payments happening right now. Hello and welcome back to Senior Secure UK, the channel dedicated to helping you navigate your retirement with confidence and security. I'm here to cut through the confusion, debunk the myths, and give you the honest facts about your pension and benefits. If you're new here, a very warm welcome to you. Consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon because I regularly share updates on pensioner payments, benefit changes, and money-saving tips that could make a real difference to your finances. Today, we're talking about December 2025 payments that affect millions of pensioners across the United Kingdom. Now, I'll be honest with you. There's been a lot of misleading information and false claims circulating online, especially on social media. Some of it is innocent misinformation, but some of it is deliberate attempts to deceive vulnerable people. That's why I've taken the time to check the official government sources, read through the DWP announcements, and verify everything I'm about to share with you. Whether you're wondering about the Christmas bonus, the winter fuel payment, changes to your state pension, or any additional support available this winter, by the end of this video, you'll have a complete understanding of where you stand and what you can expect. Let me start with the payment that gets the most attention this time of year, the Christmas bonus. Now, I need to be completely honest with you from the very beginning, because I believe in straight talking. The DWP Christmas bonus for 2025 remains at £10. Yes, you heard that correctly, just £10. This isn't a mistake in my research, and it's not outdated information. The Christmas bonus has been frozen at this exact amount since it was first introduced back in 1972, over 50 years ago. To give you some perspective on just how much that £10 has been devalued by inflation over the decades, if the government had increased it in line with inflation each year, it would be worth approximately £120 today. Think about what £10 bought you in 1972 compared to what it buys now. Back then, £10 could cover your weekly grocery shop with money left over. Today, as many consumer experts have pointed out, it barely covers a couple of boxes of mince pies or a few Christmas cards and stamps. Despite persistent campaigns from major pensioner advocacy groups, including Age UK, Independent Age, and Silver Voices to increase this amount, arguing that it's completely out of touch with the reality of living costs in modern Britain, both the previous Conservative government and the current administration have stated there are no plans to change it. The official position from the Department for Work and Pensions is that this payment forms part of a broader package of support for pensioners, and they point to other benefits and assistance available throughout the year. Whether you agree with this reasoning or not, and many pensioners understandably don't, the reality is that £10 is what's being paid this December. But let me explain why this payment still matters and exactly how it works, because understanding the system is important even when the amount is disappointing. The Christmas bonus is a one-off, tax-free payment that's made automatically to people receiving certain qualifying benefits. This is crucial to understand. You don't need to apply for it, you don't need to fill out any forms, and you don't need to contact the DWP or make any phone calls. If you're eligible, the payment will simply appear in your bank account, usually during the first 2 weeks of December. On your bank statement, it typically shows up as DWPXB, so that's what you should look out for. So, who exactly qualifies for this Christmas bonus? You need to be receiving at least one qualifying benefit during what the government calls the qualifying week. This is normally the first full week of December. The qualifying benefits include state pension, whether that's the basic state pension for people who reached pension age before April 2016, or the new state pension for those who reached it after that date. It also includes pension credit, which is incredibly important, and I'll talk more about that later because thousands of people who are eligible aren't claiming it. Personal independence payment, disability living allowance, and attendance allowance all qualify you for the Christmas bonus. If you're receiving carer's allowance because you're looking after someone who needs care, you'll get it too. The list also includes certain types of employment and support allowance, specifically contribution-based ESA and income-related ESA if you meet certain conditions. Certain types of job seekers allowance qualify, along with bereavement allowance, widowed parents allowance, and several other specific benefits including industrial injuries disablement benefit, war disablement pension, and severe disablement allowance. It's quite a comprehensive list, so if you're receiving any regular benefit payments from the DWP, there's a good chance you'll receive the Christmas bonus. Here's something important for couples to understand. If you and your partner are both receiving a qualifying benefit, you'll each get your own £10 payment. That means £20 total for your household. It's not a huge amount by any means, but every little helps, especially at Christmas time when expenses tend to be higher. There is one critical requirement about where you live. To receive the Christmas bonus, you must be present or ordinarily resident in the United Kingdom, the Channel Islands, the Isle of Man, or Gibraltar during the qualifying week. If you've permanently moved abroad, you generally won't be eligible, though there are some limited exceptions. Some people living in European Economic Area countries or Switzerland might still qualify depending on when they move there and their specific circumstances, but the rules are quite complex and technical. If you're living abroad and unsure about your eligibility, you should contact the International Pension Center for advice specific to your situation. The payment timing is fairly consistent from year to year. Most people see the Christmas bonus arrive in their accounts during the first 2 weeks of December. The DWP aims to have all payments completed before Christmas Day, giving people that little bit of extra money for the holiday period, modest though it may be. If you haven't received your Christmas bonus by the 1st of January 2026, that's when you should start making inquiries. Don't panic if you haven't seen it by mid-December, as processing times can vary depending on your specific benefit and payment schedule, but by January, it should definitely have arrived if you're eligible. To check on a missing payment, you should contact the Job Center Plus office that handles your benefit payments. If you receive state pension, you'll need to contact the pension service instead. Their phone number is 0800-731-0469. Make sure you have your national insurance number ready when you call, as they'll need it to look up your records. Sometimes payments are delayed due to administrative issues, changes of address that haven't been properly updated, or bank account problems. So it's always worth checking rather than assuming you're not entitled to something. Now, I want to address something really important that I've been seeing a lot on social media, in Facebook groups, and even in some WhatsApp messages being forwarded around. There have been claims circulating that the Christmas bonus is being increased to £50, £100, or even £200. I need to tell you clearly and unequivocally that these claims are completely false. The DWP has not announced any increase whatsoever. Some of these rumors are being spread innocently by people who've been misinformed and genuinely believe they're sharing good news, but others are far more sinister. Scammers have been using sophisticated AI technology to create fake videos featuring voices that sound remarkably like government officials or news presenters, announcing fictional payment increases. These deepfakes are designed to trick people into clicking malicious links or sharing personal information. Please, I'm begging you, ignore these claims and only trust information that comes from official government sources like the gov.uk website or direct official communication from the Department for Work and Pensions. Now let's move on to talk about something much more substantial in terms of the actual amount involved, the winter fuel payment. This has been an absolute roller coaster of a topic over the past couple of years, with significant controversy, policy changes, and heated political debate. So I'm going to give you the complete up-to-date picture for December 2025 and explain exactly where things stand right now. You might remember that back in 2024, the government made headlines by restricting winter fuel payments to only those receiving pension credit or certain other means-tested benefits. This decision was hugely controversial because it cut the number of eligible pensioners from around 11 million down to approximately 1.5 million. Critics, including many charities and opposition politicians, argued that many pensioners on modest incomes who didn't quite qualify for pension credit were being left vulnerable during the winter months when heating costs are highest. Following significant pressure from pensioner advocacy groups, opposition parties, and even some backbench members within the governing party itself, the government announced major policy changes in June 2025. These changes came into effect for winter 2025 to 2026, which is the current winter period we're in right now. Here's exactly what you need to know about your eligibility and entitlement. For this winter, approximately 9 million pensioners across England and Wales are now eligible to receive winter fuel payments. That's a massive increase from the restricted 2024 rules. The key change that's been implemented is that all pensioners with a total annual income at or below £35,000 will receive this payment automatically. This £35,000 threshold covers around 3/4 of all pensioners in England and Wales, which represents a very significant expansion compared to the previous year's much more restrictive rules. The payment amounts are based on your age and your household circumstances. If you're in a household where the oldest person is under 80 years old, the payment is £200. If someone in your household is aged 80 or over, the payment increases to £300. These are meaningful amounts that can genuinely make a real difference to your heating bills over the winter months, especially with energy prices remaining high. The payments are being made automatically throughout November and December 2025, so many of you watching this should already be seeing this money arrive in your bank accounts. You don't need to claim it, you don't need to fill out any application forms, and you don't need to contact anyone. The DWP uses information it already holds about your age and benefit status, combined with income data from HMRC, to automatically determine eligibility and process payments. The system is deliberately designed to work automatically to ensure eligible pensioners get the support they need without having to navigate bureaucratic hurdles. Here's something really important that you need to understand, especially if you're a pensioner with a higher income. If you're a pensioner with a taxable income over £35,000, you will still receive the winter fuel payment initially in your bank account. However, this money will be recovered from you later through the tax system. This recovery will happen automatically through adjustments to your tax code starting from April 2026 or through your self-assessment tax return if you're someone who completes one. You don't need to do anything proactively or contact HMRC. They will handle the entire recovery process automatically. The government did give higher income pensioners an opportunity to opt out of receiving the payment until mid-September 2025 if they didn't want to go through this process, but that deadline has now passed for this winter. So let me bring everything together and give you a clear summary of what we've covered today. The Christmas bonus remains at £10, and it arrives automatically in early to mid-December if you receive qualifying benefits. It's disappointing that it hasn't increased, but it's still money in your pocket. The winter fuel payment is much more substantial at £200 to £300 for pensioners with incomes under £35,000, and these payments are going out throughout November and December automatically. Your state pension saw a very welcome 4.1% increase back in April 2025, giving you an extra £400 to £500 per year, and there's another increase of 4.8% coming in April 2026. Most importantly, please watch out for scams. The 150% surge in fraudulent activity is real and dangerous. Never click links in unexpected messages, never provide personal details over the phone or online in response to unsolicited contact, and always verify any communication through official government channels. Remember, all the December payments we've discussed today are completely automatic, and legitimate communications will never ask for your personal information. If you're struggling financially even with these payments, please explore additional support options. Check if you're eligible for pension credit, look into cold weather payments, apply for the warm home discount, and contact your local council about their household support fund. There's no shame whatsoever in claiming what you're legally entitled to. If you found this video helpful and informative, please give it a thumbs up because it really helps the channel reach more people who need this information. Subscribe to Senior Secure UK and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any important updates. I regularly share videos on topics just like this, cutting through the confusion to give you accurate, useful information. If you have specific questions about your situation or there's a topic you'd like me to cover in a future video, leave a comment below. I read every single comment and I do my best to respond, and your suggestions genuinely help me create content that's useful to you. Also, if you found this information valuable, please consider sharing it with other pensioners you know, whether that's family members, friends, or neighbors. Many people miss out on payments and support simply because they don't know what's available. I want to emphasize something important before I finish. The information in this video is accurate based on official government sources as of December 2025, but benefit rules and payment amounts can change, sometimes with little notice. Always verify the very latest details on the gov.uk website or by contacting the Department for Work and Pensions directly. Don't rely solely on social media, unofficial websites, or even well-meaning advice from friends and family. When it comes to your financial security, always go to the primary official source. Thank you so much for watching and for being part of the Senior Secure UK community. I genuinely know these are challenging times for many pensioners, with the cost of living remaining stubbornly high and many people feeling real financial pressure. But being informed about your entitlements, understanding the system, and knowing where to turn for help puts you in a much stronger position. Knowledge really is power, especially when it comes to securing the financial support you deserve. Take care of yourselves during this winter period. Stay warm, stay safe, and stay vigilant against those scammers who are trying to take advantage of vulnerable people. Make sure you're getting absolutely everything you're entitled to, because these payments and benefits exist specifically to support you. I'll see you in the next video, where I'll be covering more essential information for UK pensioners. Until then, this is Senior Secure UK, helping you navigate your retirement with confidence, security, and peace of mind. Take care.